And just want to confirm you guys can see my screen.
Yes, I can see it.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending the annual Pennsylvania Insurance Department Section 1332 Reinsurance Public Forum. My name is Shannon Logue, and I'm the Deputy Insurance Commissioner at the department. As you may have noticed, this session is being recorded. By continuing to participate in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. A link to the recording of this public forum will be posted on the department website to allow other interested parties to provide comment during our open comment period, which ends June 30th, 2022. When you entered this virtual forum, you may have been muted, so please remember to use the meeting controls to unmute and ask questions or provide comments. You can also use the chat feature to type a question or make a comment. We will address questions following the prepared presentation. Microsoft Teams has a live caption feature which can display live captions and make the meeting more inclusive for participants who are deaf or hard of hearing, people with different levels of language proficiency, and participants in loud places, giving them the greatest opportunity to follow along. If you navigate to your meeting controls and select the three dots for more options, you can select Turn on Live Captions to enable this feature. Currently, the only language available for live caption is English. Notice that captions may be less accurate if there's a lot of background noise or if multiple attendees are speaking simultaneously. So to kick us off, I'm actually going to turn it over to Katie Merritt.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Katie Merritt, and I am the department's policy director. I'm joined today by Deputy Commissioner Shannon Logue, Director Lindsay Schwartz, Dave Yannick, and our department health insurance counsels, Sandy Eichma and Richard Hendrickson. Today, we will do a high-level overview of the reinsurance program, also known as PA-RE, to include the plan year 2023 reinsurance parameter settings. Then we will discuss the public comment period timeframe and end with plenty of time for your questions and comments. To discuss Act 42 and Section 1332, I'm going to turn it over to Sandy Eichma, our health insurance counsel.
Thank you, Katie. If you look at the slide, it's my privilege to give you a little background about Section 1332 and the Pennsylvania Reinsurance Program. By way of background, in July of 2019, Act 42 of Pennsylvania's laws was signed into law by Governor Wolf. Act 42 authorized the insurance department to establish a state-based exchange, which you may know as Pennie, Pennie. It also authorized us to submit a 1332 waiver application specifically for a reinsurance program, which we did in February of 2020, and it authorized us to secure funding for that reinsurance program, which began on January 1, 2021, last year. The term Section 1332 comes from a section of the Affordable Care Act, or ACA, that allows a state to pursue innovative programs and modify the rules outlined in the Affordable Care Act. A state may do this to tailor the healthcare coverage options in the state to meet the unique needs of the state's markets and its residents. A 1332 waiver program, by lowering the cost of individual health insurance in the state, saves the federal government money that it would otherwise have spent financial affordability programs. Those programs are premium tax credits and cost sharing reductions, or CSR. But the federal funds still come to the state. The waiver reallocates those funds to state-specific initiatives as long as certain guardrails are met. Another way of saying that is that the federal funds are passed through to the state, in this case, Pennsylvania, to benefit Pennsylvanians. Currently, there are more than a dozen states, including Pennsylvania, who have received 1332 waivers to implement reinsurance programs that are already measurably lowering premiums for their residents. Now let's look at what those guardrails are. As I mentioned, when establishing a state reinsurance program, we have to assure that the program stays within the guardrails required by the Affordable Care Act. So we need to make sure that the coverage is at least as comprehensive as the Affordable Care Act coverage requirements, that coverage be at least as affordable as the ACA coverage, that coverage has to be available to a comparable number of state residents than if we didn't have the waiver, and that reinsurance program, PA Re, does not increase the federal deficit. Now, the other thing I want to point out is what coverage does this waiver impact? The waiver does not impact any government program. So it does not impact Medicaid, Medicare, CHIP, Veterans Administration, health insurance, or self-funded healthcare coverage that people may have through their employers. Rather, the waiver addresses the private, individual, commercial health insurance market only. Now, for an update on the parameter setting for PA Re for plan year 2023, I'm going to turn it back to Deputy Commissioner Shannon Logue.
Thank you, Sandy. So, hello everyone again. I'm going to go through a few updates that surround how the program works to include funding and how the parameters are set annually. As you see illustrated on this slide, the program is funded by both a state user fee and a federal government reinsurance contribution. The state user fee is assessed on issuers that sell coverage through the exchange that used to go through the federal government to run the exchange. Because Pennsylvania, though now has a state-based exchange, as Sandy said, Penny, which is run more efficiently than the federal exchange, some of the user fee can go to the reinsurance program. The federal portion based on subsidy premium savings is also called the pass-through funds. Together, these funds are used to reimburse qualified individual market health insurers for qualified claims that fall within the reinsurance parameters. Each year, the state works with actuarial experts, the insurers, and Penny to determine what the upcoming year's parameters should be. And you'll notice that the reinsurance program total pool of funds fluctuate from year to year. When a company provides health insurance, they provide insurance coverage for many people. There are times when claims are extremely high due to the nature of an illness or injury of an individual. Insurance companies need to collect enough premium for all their insureds to pay all of their claims, including potential claims with high medical costs. Under this program, reinsurance will reimburse qualified health insurers for a portion at a coinsurance rate of qualified claims above a certain threshold, which is called the attachment point, up to a set cap, the reinsurance cap. By removing some of the high medical cost claims for their calculation of premium rates, insurers can reduce the amount of premium insureds pay because some of those high medical costs are paid by reinsurance. Adopted parameters were an attachment point of 60,000 and then a cap of 100,000 with a coinsurance rate of 64%. The parameters for plan year 2023, which will begin in January 1st, 2023, are based on current projections and recognize the unique challenges of the COVID pandemic. The department is closely monitoring Congress, and if they pass a bill to extend enhanced subsidies prior to rate finalization, the department and Penny will work closely and efficiently to implement all technical requirements, which is in the best interest of our consumers. This year, the public comments are being collected by our policy director, Katie Merritt. So I'm going to turn it back over to Katie.
Thanks so much, Shannon. On May 7th, we published the annual bulletin announcing this public forum and the comment period. We have a 30-day public comment period, which began on Wednesday, June 1st, and will end on Thursday, June 30th, 2022. Comments may be sent via email to the resource account RA-IN-PA1332 waiver at pa.gov, or by postal mail to myself, attention Katie Merritt, 1326 Strawberry Square, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 17120. For additional reinsurance program information and updates, please visit our dedicated webpage at www.insurance.pa.gov/PA1332 waiver. For specific questions about our reinsurance parameters, please feel free to reach out to the Bureau of Life, Accident, and Health Rates and Forms via mail or email at ra-rateform@pa.gov. Also, you will notice that we have multiple channels for you to contact us, including phone, website, email, Facebook, and Twitter. And at this time, we will open it up for questions. Please remember to unmute or use the chat feature in Teams to ask your question or make your comment. Are there any questions or comments?
And it does look like we've had a couple of people join us. Area code 610 ending in 7834. Would you like to identify yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Colleen Downey. I'm a policy analyst with Independence Blue Cross.
Thank you. I also see another joining of area code 717 ending in 4437. Would you mind identifying yourself?
Sure. Joe Keller, House of Representatives.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for joining.
I think there's another number starting with 631 and ending in 1332.
Hi there, this is Christina Wagner with Independence.
Thanks for joining. And I also see Robert Axelrod on.
Hi, yes, Robert Axelrod with Oscar Health.
Hey, Robert, thanks for joining. So I'll give it another second for any questions or comments for the team. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your participation today. If you have additional comments, please feel free to submit them to the email or mail address previously provided. Thank you all and have a great day. And we'll hang on for a few more minutes in case anyone else joins or if there are any other questions or comments that come up.